actually not a lot of time. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna see the people you went to high school with. Currently, right now, I am a college student, at least having someone to talk to. I'm not gonna say I regret it, I don't.
It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you.
Hi lovelies and hello, greetings, it's Jacqueline. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and if you happen to be new, please allow me to introduce myself. Hi lovely, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jacqueline. I am so happy that you are here with me today. This channel is a channel made of a good and positive community of nothing but good vibes, positive vibes, happiness, laughter, smiles, and all that good stuff. So if you are interested in seeing super great content relating to lifestyle, productivity, college, high school stuff, and all that kind of related content, then please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, feel free to hit that bell for post notifications so you do not miss a single video of mine. And speaking of good content, lovelies, today we're gonna be speaking a little bit about some of the things that I personally learned from high school. This is gonna be a list of 6 of the most important things that high school taught me, which currently right now I am a college student.
It has been almost 4 years since I graduated from high school,
But yet still I remember the first day of my high school experience back when I was a freshman. And all through high school, I went through a series of different kinds of situations as well as experiences all through high school. And I wanted to make this video to share with all of you some of those things that I learned from being a high school student,
which I hope that you can learn from as well,
and hopefully use it throughout your daily life, as well as just general life lesson that you can take from everything that I'm going to be speaking about in today's video. With that said, lovelies, I believe I have already said enough. You might probably want to already get started with this video, so lovelies, say it along with me. Let me just zip it, lock it, put it in my pocket, and let's get started with this things high school taught me video in 3, 2, 1. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into this video, lovelies. The first thing that I would like to speak a little bit about has to do with this idea of taking benefit of what you have. What I mean by that is that 4 years of high school is, although at first it might seem like a lot of time, it is actually not a lot of time. At times it just flies fast. It gets to a point, for me specifically, it got to the point where I was in my second semester junior year where I couldn't even tell how fast time was going. And specifically for me, although I did go through my senior year experience, quote unquote, my senior year I received an internship with this non-profit organization called Urban Alliance, which gave me the entire senior year long an internship that I received that was paid, and I was gaining professional experience by being a part of this program, which allowed me to not only learn a little bit of what it's like to work in the real world, or more specifically what it's like working in downtown Chicago, which is where I am from and where I'm currently living right now. It also gave me the chance to, in a way, explore what it was that I wanted to do for after high school, which was of course go to college. But this program, although it gave me all of that benefit and all of those experiences, I didn't really get the chance to fully, in a 360 circle, experience my last year of high school, which I'm not gonna say I regret it, I don't, because this internship definitely gave me the opportunities that I was able to receive all through college and so far in my college experience. But I feel that at times it would have been great if I could have had a little bit of my senior year experience. Although I did go to prom, I did have all of those extracurricular, I did have all of those senior year experiences like prom and the senior year field trip, graduation pictures, the ceremony, all of the stuff that is included within senior year fun I had and I attended. In terms of spending time outside of working, outside of doing that sort of
let's go hang out with friends and that kind of stuff.
I didn't have the chance to do as much of that, which that is where the idea of taking benefit of what I have, or more specifically Lovelies, what it is that you have, is very important in terms of something that I personally learned from high school. Moving on from that, the second thing I want to talk about would be to enjoy these small moments that you have through your high school experience. I think that in high school, and it's crazy that I'm mentioning this, in high school, in a way, I see high school as the next level version of middle school. And the reason why I say that is because although it's quote unquote a new environment, a new thing, the only thing that really changes between middle school and high school is the fact that you're a little bit more older. In middle school, you kind of get the same environment in a way. You have your typical classes and all that stuff, but depending on what high school you attend, for me specifically, I had a schedule which is known as a block schedule, where I had to take 4 classes in a day, and we had this system called A Day and B Day, where depending on our class schedule, we had 8 classes. Each class was numbered 1 through 8, and depending on the class, for example, on A days, we had to take our courses 1, 3, 5, and 7, which are the odd numbers in our schedule. And then on B days, we had to take the even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8 on our class schedule. So depending on which class you had, what day, and what class that number was, that was the class you're gonna take that day. So specifically for me, I remember my freshman year, I had to take a math class as my last class of the day, and I believe I had to take an English course first thing in the morning on A days. For B days, I had to take gym, of course, and I think I always ended the day with writing for B days. It's been a while. I believe I did end it with a writing course for B days as the last class of the day. And on Fridays, we will have our 1 through 8 class scheduled 30-minute classes, which in a way we had all courses, and we would get dismissed for the day early on Fridays every single week, which was nice. But definitely in terms of enjoying the small moments, I think that once you leave high school, and I was able to see this right off the bat after I left and started college, once you leave high school, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna see the people you went to high school with anymore. And it goes both ways, whether you stay in state for college, or whether you go into the workforce or into the military. No matter the post-secondary pathway that you take, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna see the people you went to high school with, unless of course you have a way of staying in touch with them, you have sort of social media connection, social media contact information. Other than that, you're not gonna see the people that you went to high school with. And personally for me, that's a relief, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that later on in this video. But personally for me, it's a relief that I don't get to see the people I went to high school with. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm gonna talk again, like I said, a little bit more about that later on in this video. Anyways, switching gears a little bit, we're gonna talk a little bit about the third thing that I learned from high school, which has to do with finding your friends. I would say that in my high school experience, I didn't have as many friends. I did have people who I talked to and people who I hanged out with every once in a while, more specifically during lunchtime, because I wouldn't hang out with them outside of school. But in terms of saying I have friends, depending on what is your definition of friendship, I would say that I don't know, I don't think I really have that kind of connection with anyone. I would say that although I did talk to people and all and whatnot, but in terms of friendship, since I never really connected with anyone outside of school, I don't think I got the chance to build up that friendship outside from the fact that I didn't hang out with anyone after school or do any of the typical hanging out with friends after school, going out for lunch and that kind of stuff. So I didn't really have that connection as much. But in terms of finding your friends, I think that it is very important to have friends in high school, at least throughout your high school years. Even if you're not close with anyone, at least having someone to talk to. I remember back in high school, there were points throughout my high school experience where I will have someone to talk to or someone to sit with during lunch and talk with them about the most random stuff. Talk about my day and how was our class, or talk about a homework assignment they forgot to do or the homework assignment I forgot to do. Stuff like that. Or sometimes,
And I'm not saying that you should do this,
but sometimes the latest gossip. And that honestly was something that I very much enjoyed talking about in lunch sessions or during lunch. And I didn't have that many opportunities to do that kind of stuff. I would say, in my own opinion, in high school, I was seen as the weird kid in a way. And I think that was probably why I didn't have that strong of a high school experience, as I'm sure a lot of you lovelies might have or are having at this moment. That was my experience. Anyways, moving on to the fourth point of this list of things that high school taught me. We're gonna talk about this super important idea that has to do with the fact that not everyone in high school, whatever it is, the institution that you're attending for high school, not everyone in your high school is going to be your friend. Not everyone in high school is going to want to hang out around you. Not everyone in high school is going to be nice to you. There's going to be a lot of challenges that as a high school student you're going to be facing. For me specifically, my experience in terms of this is that I think I was the most hated student. And the reason why I say this is because, and I mentioned this during one of my videos from the small series High School Reflections, that I talked a little bit about this, or I believe I did. If not, then I'm gonna talk a little bit about the situation right now. There were a lot of points in high school where a lot of drama arise in terms of me.
I don't even know why it was always like this.
But for every little thing that I would do in high school, my name will always be on almost everyone's mouth. Now you may ask why.
I sincerely have no idea.
I just don't. I have no idea why this would happen. But I felt at times that there were only so many specific things that I could do throughout high school. And I feel like this idea and the fact that I will always get called for every little thing that I will do, it was bad. It was really bad. Especially since in a way I kind of shaped my high school experience myself. I was the artistic student in my high school. I was the artsy student, and in my high school experience, for every assembly that we had, I will always go on stage and perform spoken word poetry. I started doing this my freshman year of high school, and specifically during my freshman year, I did something that changed the entire experience of high school for me. I presented a poem during my high school assembly for the talent show specifically, and I talked a little bit about this during the high school reflections. After high school, what am I going to do? What is going to be my pathway in terms of futuristic stuff? Am I going to go to college? Am I going to go to the workforce? Will I be joining the military? Am I going to just take a gap year and explore some ideas here and there? Am I going to take that gap year and explore new skills, build up my resume a little bit? What it is exactly that you want to do? That is the purpose of high school, in my opinion. Looking at what skills do you have right now, and what do you want to do with those already gained skills? Do you want to keep on boosting the skills that you have right now? Do you want to make new ones? Stuff like that. But do what you love. If you have people out there hating you for doing what you love, brush it off. It does not matter. I have had dealt with hate for doing these super crazy things, such as doing spoken word or going into a field in the arts, which is what I'm studying currently in college. I'm studying creative writing, and writing is an art form, and I'm studying it, which is
mind-blowing, by the way.
And a lot of people think that I'm not gonna make it because it's an art, and artist or art overall is not a career. Pause right there. It is a career. You can make it a career, actually. Even if it's not a written
Career.
you can make it your career. The same way for music, dance, theater even. Just make it your own. Make it your career. Do what you love. Stay passionate about it. Be loyal and true to what you love. And if you are true and loyal to what you love, you're gonna go places. Anyways, moving on to the last point of this video, we're gonna talk, and I talked about this a little bit earlier in the video, but we're gonna talk about number one key thing here,
and something that I would like for all of you to take away from this video.
is the fact that hate is always going to be there. No matter how hard you try to escape from it or how hard you try to have everyone like you, hate is always gonna be. You're always gonna have hate by your side the same way you're gonna have positive vibes, good vibes on your side. You're gonna have, for example, let's say you can have the positive vibes on your right side, you're gonna have the hate on your left side. If it's the opposite sides, it doesn't matter. You're gonna have good and bad hate.
That made no sense, I know.
But you're gonna have good and bad hate no matter what. In terms of this idea of hate, take the bad hate in, take the good stuff in, and create with that. Just because you have hate, that doesn't mean that you're doing something bad or that you're not good enough. Not at all. If you have, even specifically if you have a lot of bad hate, again, like I said earlier in the video, that means you're doing something right and people do not like you for that. In terms of my high school experience with hate, I dealt with hate every single day. I dealt with it every single day and it was super annoying for me. It was super frustrating. But since I am the kind of person who is always with a smile, and even a lot of teachers told me about this, that I'm always smiling, that I'm always happy. How do I do it? How do I stay happy? I just am. Do I worry about the negativity? I do. But do I let it affect me? I don't. I keep it in mind in terms of the negative stuff, but I don't let it get to me. The only thing I welcome with open arms is the positive, good vibes, which is the reason why you're always, most of the times, even 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see me happy and smiling in my videos, which is the reason why I've always had this idea of just being happy, just smiling. Even if you set up yourself a goal of making someone smile at least once every day, you have 365 days in a year. Make 365 people smile in 1 year. 1 person per day.
Bam.
That's a perfect goal. Thinking in that mindset, I think is extremely important and probably one of the most important things you're gonna learn in high school. For me specifically, I just let the hate come in. And I've had so many difficult experiences throughout high school. So many things that shaped my life into the life that I have now, and that shaped me as a person into the person that I am right now. I've dealt with receiving hate comments all the time with people who were quote unquote my friends who didn't end up being my true friends. I've dealt with, and I'm gonna say it out loud, I've dealt with being in a part of a toxic relationship, and it's crazy that I'm gonna say this, but I feel that my high school teachers were more my friends than my actual classmates, which is insane. I had such a strong connection with my high school teachers, a connection to the point where a lot of people thought I was a teacher's pet, but in reality it wasn't that. It's just that I had a strong connection with them. Such a strong connection, a very strong of a connection to, again, like I said before, my teachers were more my friends than my actual classmates, which is insane that I'm saying it right this moment. But anyways, lovelies, definitely, again, like I said, we welcome the positive vibes, but if the hate is coming in, welcome it with positive vibes as well. Welcome it with open arms, let the hate come in, and then we throw it out the trash. But anyways, lovelies, we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this video up with the final comments, the outro, and of course a few more little things that I probably didn't touch upon during this video. And with that said, lovelies, we're gonna go ahead and keep this video going. And so, lovelies, that is all I have for you for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned a thing or two about things that I personally learned from high school that you can be able to take onto your own personal high school experiences or just overall into your own life. Make sure that if you learned a thing or two about this experience and throughout the view of this video, please make sure that you do leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell for post notifications so you do not miss a single video of mine. Also, lovelies, please let me know in the comments down below, what was your high school experience like? Or if you are still in high school, what has been your experience so far? Let me know in the comments down below what it was like. Please go down in the comment section, let's chat, let's have a conversation. I would love to really know, and who knows, you might learn a thing or two, I might learn a thing or two from your experience as well. So please, again, in the comments down below. Aside from that, lovelies, please make sure that you do follow me on my social media platforms. You can find me on Instagram at x3_Jacqueline, where I post content. For example, the final results to my behind the scenes photo shoot videos. You're gonna be able to find those final results over on my Instagram, once again at x3_Jacqueline. Also, lovelies, and speaking of social media platforms, please make sure that you do follow me on TikTok at x3_Jacqueline, where I post content relating to self-esteem, self-love, dances, creativity, and also Lovelies, just to continue on seeing me on other social media platforms. Lovelies, once again, that is all I have for you for this week's video. And I know, I say this in every single video, and I'm gonna go ahead and continue on saying it because I believe in it. Lovelies, here is your daily dose of sunshine. As always, be authentic, be yourself, keep smiling, and I will see all of you lovelies next time I upload. Bye.
you.